Extended greetings to Commissar Popi Maela, our EFF Secretary General, Deputy General, our Provincial Command Team leadership who's here, our Regional Command Team who's here, our EFF Student Command leadership who's also here to support us. Sub-Region 3, thank you for hosting us, and the ground forces and branches at large. Re re la mokgetswe ke tsatsi la basadi. Igamba lenkosi malibongwe 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 oh Jesu namandla unamandla
For our icebreaker, I would like to call upon the EFF's 20 student activity, which is Molatela Lishabela. Amandla. So I'll start by introducing myself. My program director mispronounced my name. So my name is Molatelo Lishabela. So I am a student. I study accounting science at UNISA. And I would like to thank all women who are here. You look beautiful indeed. So yeah, I'll be here, I'll be quick, so let me start. So the absence of feminism in Black communities amounts to an oppressed society. So I intentionally used the word oppressed because we as Black people like to believe and convince ourselves that we are fully liberated. Knowing the term feminism and tap dancing around conversations about it, it means that there's an absence of feminism in our communities. Socially, Black women experience physical violence and non-physical violence every day from society. So it's not even like a man versus woman issue. It shows that the root cause is systematic. So our fathers, brothers, mothers, and sisters silently watch our women experience injustice every single day. And the voices of those very, very same women are silenced because of our unconsciousness. So we watch our women get brutally assaulted. We silence our women simply we cannot see their physical scars. And we also dine with rapists. So politically, I want to say that Black women are underrepresented in political participation. And women's political views and contributions are often sidelined or even non-existent because women are simply the face of political structures. In the theory, I quote, "The EFF would strive to realize women's liberation through a variety of interventions from education against patriarchy and sexism." So for those of you who do not know, I quoted one of the complementary pillars of our organization. So I want to quote Patricia McFadden. It reads as follows. entrenched colonial myths, and exclusionary practices that marks African women as persons who dare not imagine themselves intellectuals and makers of theory. The very stuff that informs both policy and access to critical resources in our society. So my message today is I want to remind that when you made a membership oath declaration that you said, I fight her, whatever your name, declare that I will be able to abide by the aims, objectives, and radical policies of the EFF, which was voluntarily signed by you. So we need to come to terms that we can never fully liberate women if we ourselves are not liberated. My message to Black communities is that adaptation is one of the fundamental skills of survival and success. So, adapt to the revolutionary justice movement, which is feminism. So I would like to end by quoting a Greek philosopher called Aristotle, who said, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it." Thank you.
Thank you, Mulatelo. That was hectic. But we dine with our rapists. Because whenever a woman is assaulted, the first question we ask, what did she do? What was she wearing? What was she doing there in the first place? So a woman is never listened to first. Even if you cry foul, the first thing that they will ask, so I think sessions like this are very important because I see all age groups are represented to say that let's show each other as women, how do we walk this path? So, our next speaker will introduce the purpose of the day. So when I was on my Google, Google knows everything. I asked Google, what is this thing of feminism and how do we describe it? But there's 4 types of feminism. We have liberal feminism, Marxist feminism, socialist feminism, and radical feminism. So right now, our next speaker will introduce the purpose of the day and the panel that will come afterwards to tell us really what is this feminism that we are speaking about. Can we welcome Ms. Noko Moshwana, who is the EFF Gauteng Provincial Command Team.
Amandla! Amandla! Viva Mbogoto, viva! Viva Mbogoto, viva! Wathinta bafazi! Wathinta Mbogoto! Viva CAC, Julius Malema, viva! Viva DSG, Poppy Mailula, viva! Thank you very much. Nagalibitso Kenoku Wahamotlwana. I'm the member of the Provincial Command Team mo Gauteng. And I'm leading the portfolio ya health. So I would love to greet our beautiful DSG, Poppy Mailula, our PCT, led by our treasurer, Jeanette Maloka, and we have a PCT member, Valerie Mutitenyan, who's deployed here in Tshwane. I would like to extend my greetings to the RCT Secretary of Tshwane, Tseho Fatso Starbus, I normally call him Dynamite, or allowile to come here and have this that we are having. Also the RCT at Tshwane at large, and all the regions that are represented here, because Renali Western, Renali Sidibeng, they can just wave and say hi to you. And I will also laugh. And, sorry, Ekuruleni is also here. I'm sorry, I got very late, sorry, leadership. Yeah, okay. And I will also love to greet the branches. I get an branch, branch. So the leadership of the branches, I would love to greet you. The ground forces, not forgetting Bontate Vale, who came and said we are appreciating you as women. Bakenimo bashapa that song barmaguvume wena konke kulungile. So it means they are allowing us as women to come in and do what we want to do. So it's all up to us. Thank you. So I'm here for the purpose of the day. Today we celebrate the strength, resilience, and achievements of women from all walks of life. It is the day to honor the progress that has been made in the fight for gender equality and to recognize the remarkable contribution that women have made to society, both past and present. Women have always been at the forefront of change, breaking barriers, shattering glass ceilings, and challenging societal norms. From scientists and artists to activists and leaders, women have played a pivotal role in shaping our world. On this special day, let us remember the trailblazers who paved the way for future generations. Their courage and determination have inspired countless others to dream big and reach for the stars. Let us acknowledge the unsung heroes, Bomama Winnie, the mothers, sisters, daughters, and friends who make a difference in our lives every single day. Today we celebrate the strength, resilience, and achievements of women from all walks of life. It is a day to honor the progress that has been made in the fight for gender equality and to recognize the remarkable contribution that women have made to society, both past and present. Oh, sorry, I think. So that is the purpose of the day. As a program director, her feminism is advocating for us that are here. But are we as women advocating for other women? That is the problem that we have. We have a serious challenge. To show how honest. Even the DSG haken, that is what we do on daily basis. For you to appreciate a woman, only Mossad, you have a problem. There's something. I can't be perfect. There's just, the hair is not looking great, Mariana. So if we can take that thing out and be the woman that we want to be, especially that EFF is advocating for women. How conference or whatever, about 50%. But hey, okay, so I'm not gonna be long. Introduce the panelists. As I introduce them, they will come to the front and give you what they have for you for the day. So there are some panelists that are still on the way. We are expecting PCT leader Naledi Mpongose. Naledi Chiro, I guess you all know. And then we're still expecting Amanda. So for now, I'll be calling our PCT leader, Valerie Mutitanyani, to come and give some weight. Thank you.
Amandla. My name is Valerie Mutatinyana. Always they are spelling my surname wrong, and it hurts me. So my name is Valerie Mutatinyana. I'm a PCT member deployed in Region 4, Sub-Region 4, where it's Oliven and Centurion. I like to greet everybody, protocol observed, our DSG, our PCT members, our regions. Thank you. Hey, this thing, we are all age. Now plus I'm 60. Yes, I'm 60. And Rona, we grew up in an environment we were not taken serious as women. As a boy or a guy can take you and sleep with you, and nothing will happen. When you go and open a case, they will tell you that, but today, at least, re kgona go ya o fitla o bula case o tshwarisa motho le through the court. And the other thing, women, we must take us serious. A gona gore nka go tsa serious wena o sa itse serious. You must look at yourself. Don't expect somebody to come and compliment you. You must compliment yourself. Yourself, not somebody from somewhere. Okay? So, the low self-esteem. Where do you come from? You didn't choose that family to be there. So, tell yourself that, nah, you're complete. You don't need a husband to tell you that you are complete. Because there are single women that are living without men. Yes, I'm one of them. I was never married. And then, I go and buy it for myself. So, Sky comparalin me ole ana di plan. Rona masingile, we know how to catch a fish. We know how to catch a fish. We don't wait for somebody to go and catch a fish for us. So, I don't know what to say. I've got much to say. Other things, kuhuri, ukre me abereka. Mararo le di tekitsa 5 rand. Ngwanage wa musimane or wa ngwanyana o tso mo rekela khavela. Let's take us serious. Ke rona re berekang akere. So ngwana lo tla ilo iperekela ithekele teki ya gagwe kana kwa gagwe akere. So ke fella for let's take us serious as women.
Amanda. Yeah, I see. Do we have Molatelo Leshabel? Okay. Yeah, ke kopa atle mo pele atlo emela student command as an activist. Oh, so you're done for the panel, okay? Thank you. So yeah, I think it will happen because we don't have Tabitha is not here, and Naledi and Amanda is also not here. So I'm already kibuletse. So what I'm just going to add on, it's on health issues. Because we know as women we have health issues. And it's a pity we can't talk about our health issues within ourselves. Because what is it that you would love me to talk about one day if I have to give health education? Look, I'm for different sicknesses that you are suffering from here. But who do you talk to? You have no one. I can tell you, nurse ya go clinicing, how feel because by is lack of resources, medical equipment that are not working, overloading of patients. How do you feel fela se kere ke tlo tester for HIV? But it tlatlisa letsogo e be ke re kana ha o fi counseling. By then, I have so many issues that I need to talk to this person about. Because it's social issues, it's health. So mental health. Here we self-care and self-love. It's my kid as sisters, so because your self-sister is jealous of you. As women, I could say we have this thing. neighbor, like who are we going to talk to? So our health issues are many. I thought today I'll talk to you about arthritis because I saw there are many elderly people here. And it's not about batho ba bagolo, because in a stigma nyana this thing. Hang katla ko merokong ke tsama ka jeno ke tlarile maoto a ha no tsamaya. This young one will start saying le mone o tsamaya bjang. And I won't be able to open up and tell you the pain that I go through every day. And Harasabui got on these things because I was taking to my friend one time, Kere. You know, we talk about diabetes, we talk about HIV, we talk about all these sicknesses. But there's this sickness that is painful. That is so painful that you cannot even get out of bed. But we push it through. But it will be a topic for another day. So today is all about let's be activists. Let's go to those clinics. Let's go to to those clinics and make sure that our elderly are taken care of. And how do you look at those healthcare facilities? Let's speak to them about the EFF. Because we do oversight, but do we talk to them? Let them know the right to vote, because it's one of the things of feminism. It's a right to vote. So let's speak to these people that we meet kwa di-clinicing. Let's make sure that they understand what EFF can do for them. That the EFF can open these clinics 24 hours. And it can only be EFF. I get right, but go Joburg, Israel. Go Joburg, they've started, they're opening clinics 24/7. Oh, okay. Do you know? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll be brief, but you know, officially, so that we can also allow our keynote speaker to have time, because ritlemo kaen. So ke kopa Dineo atle mo pele and represent the student. Which one? Oh, Barish is one of the panelists for feminism. So Dineo. Oh, I could. Sorry, they didn't inform me nicely. Thank you, so you can come, leadership.
Hi, greetings. Amandla. Amandla. Viva EFF, viva. Viva EFF, viva. Igama lamakhosikazi. Malibongwe. Thank you very much. Greetings to the DSG of our movement. Greetings to PCT members that are here. Greetings to officials that are here from Tshwane, officials that are here from Sidibeng, and officials of Western. I'm not sure if we have Joburg here. And greetings to all the structures that are here. Most importantly, greetings to volunteers of this movement, ground forces that are forever ready as women. By the way, people that always respond to challenges of the ground are always women, if you don't know, by the way, in structures of the EFF. When they say there's an eviction this side, majority will be women that responds to it. So you are appreciated. Maybe we don't tell you enough, but you are the machinery that keeps this movement where it is right now. We just need to find ourselves in terms of representation when it comes to women leadership. And that is going to start by being unapologetic about the activism that we do as fighters. We want to get to a point whereby we are called leaders, not women leaders. Because when you stand up, they say, no, it's a woman leader. It has an undertone on its own that you are a different leader, but not meaning in a good way. So we want to get to that point whereby when I stand up, they're going to say, the leadership of Ekurhuleni is here, not the women leadership. I must not then be introduced as such. I'm a leader, and that's enough. Yeah, I had not prepared anything, but we are women, and we have challenges that we come across, and we then need to reflect every time we have an opportunity. I'm going to pick just a subject which is going to be very, very brief. We need to take care of ourselves, mentally, physically, and otherwise. We need to take care of ourselves. We never do that for ourselves. We are the first people that respond to all challenges that our people are facing. Be it go to clinic, we always rush to go and assist. Neglecting our own mental health or our own beings as women. I always say you cannot pour from an empty cup. We must never forget to take care of ourselves. Do something that will center you. Pray to those that praise. Pray for your own self, just to be centered and be healthy, so that when you go out there, you are fine. You are of a sane state of mind. You are fine. Those that do that for yourself. Those that do other things, we don't know those things. Do that. Anything that's going to make you out like to go and serve your people, you serve them as a full person. Do that for yourself. We must never forget to take care of ourselves. So that's just the short message that I have for you. Even physically so, take care of yourselves. Don't compromise. Taking 10 minutes or 20 minutes of your time in a day to just look at yourself is not going to change anything or to make you any less of a leader. We neglect ourselves so much. We carry so much as women of the EFF. Let's take care of ourselves. Be selfish with your time so that you service our people with a much better mental state. When you go out there fully as a person. So that was just my short message to Basadi Babalimo, and we really appreciate our mothers, our grandmothers in the movement, so that they get to relate as to where we are as women. And everything that we are doing here, them being part of this, they know it all. Because when you speak to someone who's not in the mix of what you are doing, or in the environment that you are in, they will not know. The mothers that are here, when we come to programs of the organization, so they would not know if they were not part of the organization. They would not know. They would just think, hi, this one is lying. We dedicate our time and our entire being to this movement. At some point, you end up even neglecting your own kids. I always give an example and say, my kids are in Limpopo, but every December I have to come here back earlier than usual because there are campaigns of back to school. I need to go and fight for Banaba Bangor space. Ha dikolo di bula, I never really see my kids. First day at school, I never do that. I don't know for how many years. Because there are people that actually would need my help. So at least I'm saying, at least they get to see what is it that we do on a daily basis. We do not neglect our kids because we are just bad parents, but we understand that we trust Lona. We will do fine with these ones of ours. There are kids out there that would need our help so much. So Raleboha, we really, really appreciate you. So that is my short message. Thank you very much, leadership.
Thank you, Secretary. Yeah, so I think it's the last time Limpona came on podium. Before I go, I can appreciate our provincial deputy chair who's in our midst and all to sitting as women to cover up this program. We really appreciate you, deputy chair. And Ketlo Pizza, our last speaker, who will also introduce our Deputy Secretary General, Poppy Mailula. So, ke batlo lisia ka le yuane fela, a re rataneng. Thank you very much.
Asoze aphela mandla. Asoze aphela mandla. Asoze aphela mandla. Asoze aphela mandla. Kuleli gama ligama khosikazi. Asoze aphela mandla. Kuleli gama ligama khosikazi. Asoze aphela mandla. Kuleli gama ligama khosikazi. Asoze aphela mandla. Amandla. Viva EFF, viva. Viva EFF, viva. Thank you very much. Kalibitso ke nna Jeanette Maluka. Ngwanyana wa Mosotho. Jwale mathata ka kore batho ba Pretoria se ba nkile leleme le la ka le. Setse ke bua Botswana nyana wa bona. Mara sentle o hantle ntle ke Mosotho. Ya ke ngwanana a tswang kwana Thaba di Mahlwa. Ha eso ke qwaqwa. Yeah, so let me start by welcoming you, all of you, and then Gidumedise, our DSG, out of record, our babe. Our babe, you know what I'm talking about? So Gidumedise, PCT members, Gidumedise, RCT members, branch members, basadi bo botlhe, and then le bontate ba re nang le bona ka hare rona. Yeah, being a woman. Yeah. We have so many to talk about. Rona batho ba bomme, especially rona. Nna le dithaka tsa ka mola. Thaka tsa ka ke tse le mohle. Ke a le bona le teng, mara nna ke re thaka tsa ka ke tse le mohle. Hape nna ke na le bana ba 9. Yeah, ke na le bana ba 9. Yes. Oh. Ke na le bana ba 9, and then I'm 42 years old. I'm a married woman. Ki makoti wa Samuelina. Yeah, and ki moradi wa Bataung. And then ki khaitsedi ya motho a le mong. That's me. Thank you very much, leaders, for getting together here.
giving your precious time. I'm not going to be long. I just want to because nako ya rona se tsere sile so that ha re fetse mafoko a our main speaker. Re lo feleletsa re a tshile ka moka. La bona ke. So yeah, no, ho ba mosadi ha ra qala re le basadi hantle re bile basadi ho ba re develop dipopelo hantle ha ne re hlaya ha ra hlaya re le basadi batho ba ntseng ba loji ba tla dumelana le nna ke re popelo hlamana ho sona le bo 8-9 ke right ke ona popelo e developer but ha ntse le ngwana ha ona popelo meaning ha o mosadi matla a rona a thomile mo matla a motho wa mme a thoma ha hlaha hobane re hlaya in a form of a man along the way be re develop a womb be re ba woman. So what I'm trying to say ke hore rona ha re banyane ho banna rona le banna re a lekana because re tlile ka tsile tshwanang ra hlaya ka tsile tshwanang empa rona ga ba blessed modimo a re rata a re fa the extra ordinary thing which is the womb e leng hore batho ba bomme bongata ba bona hobane bana le diwompu banana hore bona they are nothing kapo banana go bona mosebetsi wa bona go tswala bana fela ati ha o jwalo. So be proud ona le matla. The greatest lesson you should learn is that since day one you already had everything you need within you. But society convinced you otherwise. But simple, o tlhaile le yona ntwena. If you don't see a clear path for what you want, sometimes you have to make it yourself. If you say bone sentle ntwe hantle ntlo o ya kae ho etsalang ka wena, it depends on you. Ho wena o yetse ntho ena e o e batlang. You should never be afraid to be smart. There is no way, never. Cell phone ya o be smart to fita wena. No. A man-made thing. It is smart to fita wena. Wena o bubue ki modimo, refuse. Don't be afraid to be smart. Kadina go tse re tshaba ho bua because re nahana hore ha re no utluwa ebile ha re no welcome bua. But ha o bui o a bua ha re utlu. You might as well speak. Because ho bua ho tlo release wena o tlo phuthuloa o tlo ntsha ntwe ka go wena. So ntho engwe le ngwe etsalang bophelong ba hao, don't be afraid to speak about it, because how we bua is like how hlatsa how pipetsane o tlalelane ka ga o ka hlatsa o ba relieved. So talk about it, speak to someone about it, then o tla bona o tla regain strength sa hao. Think like a queen. Hey guys, rona re bo madam. Madam. Now I always tell my children, I am madam in here. I kena fela. Mama wena mara ha wa hlatswa dijana ke re I am madam. I ke hlatswa dijana I'm madam. So think like a queen. Secreting ya hao mo leng one. Think like a queen. Don't compromise it. You are the queen. You are the queen. So once we know no trauma, how we develop, Wabona queen girl. Then you queen. You do not need me to tell you that you are a queen. Hobani, you are. You were born. Hey. So love yourself. Love everything about you. Every last time I said to Basari Baba, love even your skin tone. My pitch black sister. Love your skin tone. Yellow boy, narena problem, ekalun. I understand that you are blessed. But we are blessed. Ronabadi bile ronare tlonolo fetolo feta akira re tshabele tsatsi. Re no tsama fela ka diphaka tsa tsa ke no tshani. A ke na problem. Dineo tla ba gutlantsha phaka tsa ka di tshile. So appreciate everything. O modimo a o yentseng o be yona. Ha hona mosadi ya mobi batho e reng ke le jwetse ha hona mosadi a mobi if ana le teng a nkebe ke sa nyalo. Nkebe ntate Maluka sa bona mosadi ha mpona man. Yeah. How? So how na mosadi a mobi? Just love yourself. Ska dumela gore batho ba bontate be bona ba tlo jotsang gore o motle. You are beautiful. Botle ba mosadi re go jwetse boetswa ke. Besides go hlapa. Botho ba hao. The respect. Pelo. Di ntsha botle bo ka go wena di bobe ka pele ka mo. So respect yourself, love yourself. And lastly, don't forget every time when you stand up, how you emele wena o liwan o emela rona kaofela. Whenever o le motho wa mosadi o kgona o emela re no to rape, no to how emele wena o liwan. You represent us. So you are special. You are so special in a way that halitse belona and bali twistile di kelello. Hantle if u ka hopola mantlwantlwane man hane re bapadisa wena o no o itseba o le mme a motle. Mantlwantlwane remember ke manga ana ipona le mobi mantlwantlwane ka pa sa hola ke ma ipone go a le mobi. No one. But immediately o hola batho ba kenya ntho ho wena ha o motle o tswa le lapeng le phua mara hantle ha wa tloa o bile ntho eo o ya tswa ntho ke batho and once wena o e amohela ho fedile ka wena re ke ske ka senya nako ka qeta ditaba phela babe o santsane atla babe o santsane atla. So I just want you guys to repeat after me. My body, my rights. One girl with courage is revolution. The future is female. Amanda! Thank you very much, fighters. Without wasting further time, I am also here to do a simple task to introduce to you our keynote speaker. Not just a keynote speaker, but a woman. We saw her. I'm sure most of you are following her. Okay, it's allowed to show off. Okay. You know, so what I encourage, especially youth, Hore, be proud of yourself. But on cleavage, man. Show it. Why not? Why not? Oh, Shabile. Who abuse na? Listen, we're no sharp. Hey. So I'm going to call upon our one and only, the Deputy Secretary General, Commissar Poppy Mailola. Thank you, DSG.
Amandla, Amandla, Matla, Viva EFF, 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 Viva! Viva EFF, 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 Viva! Long live to our President and Commander-in-Chief, Julius Sello Malema. Long live. Long live. Long live to our Deputy President, Floyd Nyiko Shivambu. Long live. Long live. Long live to our Secretary General, Marshal Mzingisi Dlamini. Long live. Long live. Long live to our National Chair, Veronica Mente. Long live. Long live. Long live to our Treasurer General, Umpile Mautwe. Long live. Long live. Long live to EFF in Gauteng Province. Long live. Long live EFF in Tshwane Region. Long live. Long live EFF in Johannesburg Region. Long live. Long live EFF in West Rand. Long live. Long live. Long live EFF in Sidibeng. Long live. Long live. Long live EFF in Ekurhuleni. Long live. Viva EFF, viva! Viva! Long live to the undying spirit of Mama Winfred Madikizela Mandela. Long live! Long live! Long live to the undying spirit of Mama Charlotte Makreke. Long live! Long live! Long live to you fighters. Long live! Long live! Maikule EFF in KwaZulu Natal. Maikule! Maikule EFF in the Northern Cape. Maikule EFF in Western Cape. Maikule EFF in Northwest. Maikule EFF in Free State. Maikule EFF in Gauteng. Maikule EFF in Mpumalanga. Maikule EFF in Limpopo Province. Woza 2024. Woza 2024. Woza Wathinta bafazi. Wathinta bafazi. Thank you, and thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity Ki dumedise the provincial command team ya rena ya mo Gauteng, which is led by the provincial treasurer ki re dumelang. Ki buse ki dumedise also to all the regions tsa rena tse re nang le tsona in Gauteng province. But I also want to take special greetings to the Tshwane region and to the deputy chair of the province and everybody who has put effort in making sure that today we have this wonderful session. I want to say to everybody who has organized this event, we highly, highly appreciate and we want to say thank you. Ki buseketie sebaka se go dumedisa kaofela bo mama ba ke ba bonang ka mo, and also to greet the branches and all of you sisters. You are looking very stunning. Le ba ba botse chem. Now, comrades and fighters for economic freedom, today I stand before you as the Deputy Secretary General of the Economic Freedom Fighters, ready to ignite the flames of change and stir the spirit of revolution within each and every one of you. We gather here not as passive observers, but as active participants in the struggle for true liberation. A liberation that goes beyond mere rhetoric and empty promises. In this moment, we find ourselves at a crossroad. The shackles of oppression still bind our people, stifling their dreams and suffocating their potential. But let me tell you this, we are not here to accept the status quo. We are here to challenge it, to disrupt it, and to dismantle it piece by piece. The Economic Freedom Fighters is not just a political party. It is a movement fueled by the fire of justice, equality, and economic emancipation. We refuse to be silenced by those who seek to maintain the status quo. The corrupt elites who feast on the fruits of our labor while we suffer in poverty. We refuse to bow down to their oppressive systems that perpetuate inequality and deny us of our rightful share of the wealth of this land. The deputy president of the EFF, Komisar Nico Shivambu, once mentioned that the July 26 organization is a feminist movement. The EFF, theoretically and in praxis, has always stood by the marginalized in society, the black majority, and women in particular. Our existence as the EFF is underpinned on the radical empowerment of women in strategic sectors of the economy. We are deeply concerned to note the women post-1994 are still relegated to footnotes. The liberation movement throughout its history has been deliberate to change the status quo of this country and allow for the active participation of women in the development of our society. The patriarchal order in this country is fundamentally complex. It is deeply rooted in the white system, which thrived through the liberation movement. The white man in this country owns almost everything. The food we eat, the clothes, and he is still in charge of the tender system, even in the local municipalities. It is important for us to understand the conceptualization of this white power. Its lineage is rooted to the years of colonialism and apartheid. It has matured structurally in areas of government and even in the outskirts of society. The steadfast intervention of the EFF in this country was critical
to address socio-economic challenges and structural level. The EFF intends to capture the state and utilize it to readdress the needs of society, such as the demand for land for the people, industrialization, the demand for free education, and the important role it plays in the sustainability of economic freedom. We wish to capture the state and transform it by any means necessary. One of those is to mobilize the youth towards their registration and the successful election of the EFF, so that we rejuvenate and display our capacity as women and the youth of the EFF in the local sphere of government. The EFF in Tshwane is grateful for the platform to be a guest in this critical program. We will stand by the feminist branch in all its responsibilities. There is a need for all branches of our organization to engage in thorough study of feminist literature, both men and women. There is a need for the rewriting of the feminist philosophy, because Marxism alone is not sufficient in addressing the anthropological question along with the class question. It is in the heart of the subordination of women by men. We must dismantle the strong black woman narrative in society that says, since I'm a woman who is black, I'm immune to all forms of feelings and emotion. The issue with being strong as a black woman in particular is that we cannot be seen as everyone else, because society has been conditioned to see us as unbreakable and resilient, which prohibit us from being able to talk about our lived experiences. As producers of human beings, we women, or us women, are naturally more adept, spiritually, intuitively, and instinctively, more capable of survival and being more entrepreneurial, because the innate need to nurture and protect propels us to do just that. But then, toxic people can't help themselves but to suppress us using all sorts of trickery. We are not speaking down on anyone hyping up 1956 as a critical milestone of sorts. I'm simply emphasizing, pleading, and saying to all, go and research about the 1913 Women's March against the Land Act and the Donbass led by Mama Charlotte Maxeke, the first African woman to graduate from USA University in the early 90s. It is a distraction to celebrate Women's Day or a month. It's also part of programming and dominating women to give impetus to patriarchy. We deserve a voice of our own, free from paraphrasing and interpretation. Nor do we need a mediated voice, but our own voices that will lead us to actions that will lead to our own directly controlled liberation. We remember Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela for her love for ordinary women and children, and her commitment to improve the quality of their life. She was committed to the struggle for women emancipation and believed women can do anything or be anything they wish to be. We draw inspiration from her bravery and love for the people. It is for this reason that we applaud our young women for continuously emphasizing that she did not die, she multiplied. Mama Winnie did not die. She multiplied. We remember President Charlotte Maxeke, and to us, it symbolizes the intergenerational and unbroken existence of women's struggle, as ironically symbolized through the activism and contribution of both Mama Winnie and Mama Charlotte Maxeke. The struggle for the emancipation of women continues. Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela lived true to Mama Charlotte Maxeke's word of not living above the people, but living with the people. She was entrenched in communities and understood that leaders must always be where the people are. We will continue to commemorate Mama Winnie's birthday throughout the week, and on Thursday, we will hold our signature Umanyano under the theme celebrating the lives and times of Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Generational equality through two giant heroines and two towers of the revolution. Happy Women's Day. Let us remember the women today that graciously walked before us, whose shoes left imprints for us to walk in. Let us celebrate each and everyone's success. Let us cheer each other. And let not be any limits to what we can accomplish together. Let us as women respect each other, value each other, idolize each other instead of criticizing, as we do not know what it's like walking in your shoes. I know tenacious and virtuous women who throughout my life have taught me many things. They have shaped my character, challenged my thoughts, made me revisit my views, tested my integrity, and above all, made me learn the qualities of being a phenomenal woman. I am a phenomenal woman. You are a phenomenal woman. Never take a break from being a black woman who is loud. Yes. Never take a break for being a black woman who is loud, confident, and passionate about South Africa and the liberation of black people. More so, when it's centered around the youth and black. We must send positive vibration to allow fellow black queens. It's not easy, but we will conquer. Our victory is the victory of black people as a whole. Women are underrepresented in leading positions, whether in elected offices, the civil services, the private sector, or in the academic space. This occurs despite their proven abilities as leaders and agents of change, and their right to participate equally in democratic government. The naturalizing and normalizing of the systemic abuse that infiltrates the community, homes, and lives of black women make constant dealings with stress, emotional strife, and perpetual independence seem ordinary. Patriarchy is the system that defines this power's relation between women and men, allocating a dominant role to a man and a subordinate role to a woman. You all think it's a coincidence, right? That black women are affected by unemployment, poverty, landlessness, and sexual violence the most. It is not. Whether or not the system is engineered by white makers, no stringent case for as long as a black man chooses to accept the benefits. Wanting to be absolved from the patriarchy just because you didn't engineer it It's equivalent to a white grandchildren not wanting to account for our disposition because I was not there during apartheid. As members of the economic freedom fighters, we understand the significance of fighting for justice and equality in all its form. Intersectionality is the key that unlocks the door to more inclusive and effective feminist movement. Intersectionality recognizes that individuals experience oppression and discrimination differently based on their intersecting identities, such as race, gender, class, sexuality, and ability. It acknowledges that these systems of oppression are interconnected and cannot be addressed in isolation. By embracing intersectionality, we ensure that no one is left behind in our pursuit of gender equality. Feminism has historically been dominated by the experience and perspective of white middle-class women. However, this limited perspective failed to address the unique challenge faced by women from marginalized communities. Intersectionality challenges this narrow view by amplifying the voice of women who face multiple forms of discrimination. A black woman may face both racial discrimination and sexism simultaneously. Her experience cannot be adequately understood or addressed by solely focusing on either race or gender. Intersectionality allows us to recognize and confront this intersecting oppression head on. By incorporating intersectionality into our feminist movement, we create space for diverse voices to be heard and valued. We uplift the experience of women from all backgrounds. Indigenous women, LGBTQI+ community, disabled women, immigrant women, because their struggle are intertwined with our fight for economic freedom. Intersectional feminism help us to build strong alliances across different social justice movements. It encourages collaboration with organizations fighting against racism, ableism, homophobia, and other forms of oppression. By working together towards a common goal, we amplify our collective power and create lasting change. Intersectionality also challenges us to examine our own privileges and biases. It calls on us to recognize that our experiences as individuals may not reflect the experience of others. By actively listening and learning from those who have been marginalized, we can become better allies and advocates for gender equality. In order to fully embrace intersectionality, we must also address the economic disparities that disproportionately affect women from marginalized communities. Women of color, indigenous women, and low-income women face high rates of poverty, limited access to education and healthcare, and systemic barrier to economic opportunities. By fighting for economic justice alongside gender equality, we dismantle the intersecting system of oppression that holds women back. Intersectionality is not an optional add-on to feminism. It is the very foundation upon which our movement must be built. As members of the economic freedom fighters, we must champion intersectionality in our fight for economic justice and gender equality. Let us ensure that no woman is left behind, regardless of her race, class, sexuality, or ability. Gender-based violence. South Africa has one of the highest rate of gender-based violence in the entire world. Women and girls face high level of domestic violence, sexual assaults, and femicide. Addressing this pervasive issue requires a comprehensive approach that includes legal reforms, improved support services for survivors, and efforts to challenge patriarchal attitudes and behaviors. Despite legislation aimed at promoting pay equality, women in South Africa still face significant wage gap compared to their male counterparts. This pay discrimination reinforces gender inequalities and limits women's economic empowerment. Intersectionality. It's a critical concept in feminism that recognizes the interconnected specific needs and experience of all women. It's an ongoing challenge. While significant progress has been made in improving access to education for girls in South Africa, there are still disparities that hinder their full participation and success. Barriers such as poverty, inadequate infrastructure, cultural norms, and gender stereotypes continue to limit educational opportunities for many girls. Although South Africa has made strides in promoting gender equality in political representation, women remain underrepresented in positions of power and decision-making roles. Increasing the number of women in leadership positions is crucial for advancing feminism agendas and ensuring that policies reflect the needs and interests of all citizens. The struggle for LGBTQI rights intersect with feminism in South Africa. While the country has made significant progress in recognizing LGBTQ rights through legislation such as legalizing same-sex marriage, discrimination and violence against LGBTQI individuals persist. Advocating for the rights of all women, including those who identify as LGBTQI+, is an ongoing challenge. South Africa is a diverse country with a rich cultural heritage. Africa's socio-economic transformation will only be realized once we aggressively address gender-specific challenges. Priorities prioritize gender equality and women participation, and firmly entrench women in leadership positions at all levels in society. African women need to be in the driving seat of national discourse. Women need to be at the center of our economy. Michelle said, they must also proactively seek to correct the status quo. We remember the young women and the girls at the forefront whose names are a distant memory or completely erased. They too fought. They too were violated and resisted. We carry the baton with reverence. You have to be politically active if you want real agency. Patriarchy wants to maintain the status quo. She said that to disturb the norm was political. We are not just voters. We can put each other in power. As South Africans, we must be very careful about what narratives we allow to find expression and to cement themselves in our memory. Because that's how history is rewritten and distorted. Every year, at this month, we wake up to Happy Women's Day. Messages that connote a very misleading idea that this month is a celebration of all women. Even our government participate in this historic, political, Happy Women's Day phase. This is not a day to celebrate women. It's a day to commemorate the women who marched. The women who marched to the Union Building in 1956 in protest against draconian apartheid legislation that sought to control black women in urban areas and subject them to cruel forms of surveillance. The difference between a celebration and a commemoration is neither arbitrary nor it is all about semantics. It is about the very substance of what the day means. Today, we recall and mark a significant day in history. We do not engage in enjoyable activities to acknowledge Women's Month. This day is not about festivities, flowers, and chocolates and alcohol. It is not a celebration. It is a reflection on a march, on actions by women that shaped history, our history. The march, organized by the Federation of South African Women, it's significant for many reasons. One of which is that it challenged the notion that women belong solely in the reproductive space, that a woman's place is in the kitchen. Long before this march, and as far back as 1913, when officials in the Orange Free State first stated that women living in township would be required to buy new entry permits each month, women had always challenged the system. One of the particular occasions in 1913, the women sent deputations to the government, collected thousands of signatures on petition, and organized demonstrations to protest the permit requirement. This led to unrest throughout the Orange Free State, with hundreds of women being sent to prison. Civil disobedience and demonstration continued sporadically over several years, and as a result, the permit requirement was withdrawn. It wasn't until 1950s that the subject of permits for black women was reintroduced. However, some cultural and traditional laws perpetuate gender inequalities and limit women's agency. Challenging these norms and promoting gender equality within cultural context require ongoing dialogue. One of the most pressing issues in feminism is gender-based violence. Women around the world face alarming rates of domestic violence, sexual assault, harassment, and femicide. Feminism works tirelessly to address this injustice by raising awareness, advocating for survivors, and demanding systematic changes to eradicate violence against women. Another significant issue is the persistent gender pay gap. Despite progress in many countries, women continue to earn less than their male counterpart for equal work. Feminism fights for pay equity, pushing for policies that ensure fair wages and equal opportunities for women in the workforce. By closing this gender pay gap, we not only promote economic justice, but also empower women to reach their full potential. Intersectionality is another critical issue within feminism. It recognizes that individual experience individuals experience multiple forms of oppression based on intersecting identities such as race, class, sexuality, and ability. By embracing intersectionality, feminism becomes more inclusive and addresses the unique challenge faced by women from marginalized communities. It ensures that no woman is left behind in our pursuit for equality. Reproductive rights are also at the forefront of feminist struggle. Women should have autonomy over their bodies and access to comprehensive reproductive health service. Feminism fights against restrictive laws, advocates for reproductive justice, and works towards dismantling barriers that limit women's reproductive choices. Feminism also challenges traditional gender roles and stereotypes that perpetuate inequality by promoting gender equality in education, media representation, and cultural norms. Feminism empowers individuals to break free from limiting expectation based on their gender. It encourages society to recognize and value the diverse contribution and capabilities of all individuals, regardless of their gender identity. Now, let's discuss how feminism affects society. When we achieve gender equality, society as a whole benefits. Gender equality fosters economic growth by unlocking the full potential of a woman in the workplace. It leads to improved health outcomes as empowered women can make informed decisions about their well-being. Gender equality also promotes social cohesion and reduces violence by challenging harmful power dynamics and fostering respectful relationships. Furthermore, feminism inspires future generations by dismantling barriers and challenging societal norms. Feminism paves the way for young girls and boys to dream big and pursue their aspiration without limitation. It creates a world where everyone has equal opportunities to thrive, regardless of their gender. So I ask, my fellow fighters, are you ready to take up the mantle of economic freedom? Are you ready to challenge the oppressive system that have held us back for far too long? Yes. Are you ready to fight for a future where every child can dream without limitation and every worker can reap the rewards of their labor? Yes. If your answer is it's yes, then let's all march forward together, shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand. Let us agitate, inspire, and ignite the flames of change that will burn down the walls of inequality and injustice. The time for economic freedom is now. And we will not rest until it is achieved. Today, I call upon each and every one of you to rise up with us. For us to enjoy the freedom and democracy that we today enjoy, we must celebrate these heroines as part of our country's liberation. Indeed, we wish to honor among many others women like Mama Winnie Mandela, Miriam Makeba, Sarah Bartman, Lillian Ngoyi, Charlotte McEg, Helen Joseph, Rahina Mosa, Beta Kowa, Sophie De Bruyn, Dolly Ratebe, and others. We must challenge gender inequality and inadequate female representation in this continent, business and economic, political and policy space. Let your voice be heard. Like thunderclaps in the night, shaking the fundamental of injustice. Let your action be a testament to your unwavering commitment to economic freedom for all. Together we will forge a new path, one that will lead us away from exploitation and towards prosperity. But let me be clear. This journey will not be easy. It will require sacrifices, determination, and unwavering courage. We will face resistance from those who fear change. But we must remember that our struggle is just. Our cause is righteous. And our vision is unyielding. We must also honor these heroines. And I honor you. Amanda! 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 Thank you, and thank you very much.
Goba menangilala naso, gevuga naso, ese paminto ya me, hinto ya me. Teta teta no pala, ese paminto ya me, hinto ya me. Teta teta no pala. You know, in as much as it's important to sing our unsung heroes and the people who've left us, I think it's also important for us to give the activists who are still alive their flowers. I think, can we have another round of applause for our comrade DSG? Okay, so we're not done with the program, but for now, we're just going to go for a 10-minute lunch and then come back for our engagement, where we're going to sit down and speak, because we're not here to speak to you. DSG was not here to speak to you, but we said that as women, let's come together and speak to each other. So, can we go a bit disciplined? The guru will come back around, can we make it 15 minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and then we come back and then we'll engage. Thank you very much.
Fight